Good morning, dear devotees and friends. This Sunday, again, we'll be discussing about the Yoga Vasistha. So let us begin with the stotra. You can repeat after me. Dikaladi Anavachinna Ananta Chinmatra Murtaye Swanubhuti Ekamanaya Namah Shantaya Tejase. I salute the Supreme Brahman, the one who is beyond all qualities, who is tranquil and beyond all limitations, who is the embodiment of infinite consciousness and can be known only through one's own experience. Friends, we were studying the last Sunday, the Guru Vasistha, he was urging everyone to try to realize the Brahman. The last Sunday, there's a beautiful discussions were going on, and the Guru Vasistha not only instructing the Sri Ramachandra, at the same time he was urging the others also. Why? Unless and until we realize Brahman, the absolute consciousness, we understand the truth that everything is nothing but the one, and in this, so many varieties of things are there. It's so difficult to understand that this is only one, that he said you must have to. Otherwise, you will never be able to go beyond the circle of birth and death and suffering. Again and again, you will be going in that. So he said, what is that? Brahman is a Purna, is a full. Anandagana is a condensed bliss, and Amritam is the nectar of the eternal existence. Now these are the three things we always want. Each and everyone, every being, we want only these three things. First thing we all know, it is the joy, it is the happiness. Second, we like to exist, we like to live. No one wants to die. So this is very clearly, it is mentioned, that, and we all know through our own experiences. And it is Purna, the full. Now these are three things we are searching all through our lives, lives after lives. First, we like to exist. So it says Amritam. Amritam means, the conception of Amrita, the nectar, means existence. Then we like to enjoy happiness, that's called Ananda. And third, we like to know. Without the knowledge, we are not full. So that's called Purna. So these are the three, the epithets, that's the indication of the Brahman. They study also, all the time the people are coming, they like to know what is this conception of Brahman and why should we have to realize the Brahman when we are thinking in that way. So these are the three qualities always we find. So, come here. Come see. You put it, give it to, I think this will help. This will help. Put it in the mouth. So I also do that, that's why I always keep ready, handy. So this is the way always we feel. First is the existence. No one want to die. But whenever there is a characteristics, there is some property, then naturally where from it came? The stone is hard, but water is soft. So obviously something soft and liquid is a watery. And something hard is a stone or the iron or the steel. So these are the characteristics, or we can say the property is like this. So similarly, as a human child and a puppy, their behaviors are completely different. Human child likes to learn, likes to read, and slowly grows in that way. But puppy, if you something it may learn, but not that complete way. So that is why we can understand the Creator has given us something out of His own. So when we see these three characteristics present in each and every being, then we can conclude, just like a scientist, after testing it in everything, right from the ant to, as always I say, ant and dinosaurs, all wanted to live, all want to live. So where from it came? And the enjoyment also, and the knowledge, these three. The Vasistha again say, that is the 27th verse of the Yoga Vasistha Sara, it says in this way, Manodrishyam idam sarvam. Manodrishyam idam sarvam. The very simple Sanskrit. Yat kincha sa chara acharam. Manusahi unmani bhavat dvaitam na upalabhyate. The 27th verse, it says in this way, the manodrishyam, mind imagine. Now, we always talk about the one, but where from this variety came? Then they say it is your creation. So that is the drishti, srishti, vada. There is another theory that whatever we like to see, we create in that way. So drishti, srishti, vada. Srishti means creation. How? Through drishti, just by seeing, imagining. I like to see this in this form. Sometimes when we were children, there was no these electronics, games and all that. Our pastime was, at least for me, I used to observe the clouds. It is a different forms it is taking. I used to lie down on my back in the open field and so look at the sky, and the clouds are floating, and sometimes the clouds are taking the shape of the elephant, sometimes the tiger, sometimes these, sometimes that. Clouds are clouds. And all those things I used to see hours together. What is that? My imagination. And the other one who is lying by my side, when he used to observe that, he never could feel that. Rather, sometimes we used to argue, oh, this is like a building. And building? No, this is like a tree. So like that, imagination, drishti, you see, srishti, you create. This is the bhada, this is the theory. Drishti, srishti, bhada. It's a very unique. So it says, manodrishyam idam sarvam. Yat kinchit sa chara achara. Chara means this movable, immovable, sentient, insentient. Manasa hi unmani bhavat. Now when the mind stops functioning, unmani, sometimes we in the Indian languages they say unmana bhav. What is that unmana? He'll be looking at you as if he is listening to your words, but his mind is somewhere else. So obviously unmana, the mind is absent. Not that the ear is not there, not that he is not looking at you, he is also sitting, but at the same time mind is absent. How you will know? Eyes. The eyes will show you that is completely different. His mind is somewhere else. The unmana bhava. If your mind becomes like that, manasahi unmani bhavat dvaitam na upalabhyate, there is no two. This 27th wonderful verse, it says, O Rama, this whole universe consisting of sentient and insentient, sajiva, nirjiva. And we always experience that, the stones, nirjiva. But birds and others, sajiva, is the creation of the mind. Not that only the stones and other things, but the moving beings also, living beings also, including me, myself. this is very difficult to accept. Very difficult, because I am also imagination. It says, yes, you are also imagination. And all these relations that we see, the friends and foes and these and everything, imagination, very hard to believe, very difficult to believe. But that is the truth, and that is called pure Advaita Vedanta. And that is the reason they never is to teach pure Advaita Vedanta to the public. People will misunderstand it, they won't understand it properly. So this is the challenge here. So it says everything, when mind becomes no mind, unmani bhava, when minds become no mind means when there is no thought at all. When mind stop cognizing, thinking, then all this duality vanishes. Now again, we have to go to that old example, traditional example, 3 stages. When we are in the dreamless sleep, where is the mind? In the dreamless sleep, body we can understand, body is just sleeping. And only the body function going on means we are breathing, so body is there. But no dream, that means mind is absent completely. But the experience is always joy. When we go into that dreamless sleep condition, experience is always joy and never unhappiness. So many doctors are there, you can understand that when people come back from the dreamless sleep, they're always happy. Oh, I had a wonderful sleep, so much of rest. And we experience this every day. The dreamless sleep we experience every day. When body is absent, mind is absent, then where were you? You are not dead. You are coming back again. So where were you when your body, mind was completely absent? So this, it says, it is a complete mental thing. When we come back once again body, mind, it is coming into action, and we start imagining. When no mind is there, that is the best condition. All this duality vanishes. In the Gaudapada Karika also, Gaudapada Karika is, we can say, the extreme book of the Advaita Vedanta. And there also in the 26th verse of the Gaudapada Karika, it says, Chittam na samsprisha artham, na arthabhasam tathaivacha. When the mind doesn't contact the object, hence the object won't disturb the mind, there is no existence of the object. Now if you go to some people who has not seen the aeroplane ever, there are some places, and if you tell them that there is an aeroplane, 700 people, 1,000 people, they are sitting with all their luggages and flying in the sky. Not only that, they are sleeping, they are eating, all amusements are also there. They won't believe it at all. Oh, no. This is all stories you are telling. How the human being can be over there? And moreover, so many people together? No, we don't believe it. Why? The object didn't come to the mind, so there is no existence of the object. We don't believe God. Why? The same reason. Majority of the people don't like to believe God. Why? Same reason. We have not seen the God. Like that person in the jungle, maybe in a very backward place, where even the sky is not used by the aeroplanes, so he has no idea about it. Similarly, we have not seen God, not my father, not my grandfather, so you all, no, it cannot be. God is not there. I don't believe it. Same reason. Because the object is not connected with the mind. Now we take it completely different way. When the object is connected with the mind through our senses, sense organs, including mind, what is the effect? Sometimes joy, sometimes misery, sometimes happiness, sometimes unhappiness, isn't it? Now we like to go beyond that. Majority of us, when we grow up, we like to go beyond that. Because most of the time it is only unhappiness. A very bright student, after writing the competitive exam, get the opportunity to come over here in the university to do some research. Unfortunately, the guide, the teacher, is a very difficult person. And that student wants to go back. No. He or she dreamed to come over here to finish the study and to, but because of the person, why? Who is that person? He's creating problem for that student. No, you cannot write in this way, you cannot publish paper like this. This is not the right way of. So constantly complain, all these, those who are researching, PhD students, their only thing is this complaint. Majority of them. Some of them are very fortunate, they are happy because they're good. So the object, when we are thinking that it will be happy, then when I go over there, it becomes unhappy. Marriage, thinking that it will be a great source of happiness, so we always go for that, and then sometimes, unfortunately, not all the time, sometimes. Why? Object. Now the object, when it comes to the mind, it reacts in different way. Why? Then we say, oh, this is your luck, this, that's a different thing. But suppose you have the control over your mind and you don't accept that object in that way, what will happen? You are completely free from that. So this way, not ignorance, completely knowledge is there. But at the same time, I am not accepting that, as they say always in the life of Lord Buddha. He went to beg for alms and he went to somebody's house, and that gentleman who was going on criticizing him, you are a young person, a good looking person, strong person, why don't you go and work, why you are begging, you are the parasites of the society, etc. So he was going on abusing him. And the Buddha was quietly standing. When he finished, Buddha said, sir, I have a question. What is that? Suppose you wanted to give me some gift and I don't accept those gifts. Where those gifts will go? Why? It will remain with me. All these filthy words that you have used as a gift to me, I am not taking it. Now it remains with you. So the Buddha was not affected at all. Rather, the man was thinking, oh my God, all these words coming back to me again. So he was angry. So we can save ourselves if we can learn to detach our mind from the objects. Now, when completely we detach ourselves, that is called Samadhi, that is called the knowledge. And what happens at that time? His idea become completely clear that without the body, without the mind, there is the existence as we experience in the deep sleep. And in that condition, it is only eternal joy. So, Satchid Ananda Sarupa, again and again, Anandeva Khalu Imani Bhutani Jayante, it is telling, from the Ananda only, from the joy only, this bliss only, all this creation. So we are going towards that joy. The source, the creator, is full of joy. And naturally, we can never get satisfaction unless we get complete joy. It is very difficult to get the joy. So we are thinking that this way we will be happy, but no. Again, we are trying some other way, no. Some other way, no. There is nothing like that. In the Bengali poems, the beautifully the poet expressed, oh, everything is good in the other bank of the river. Someone is standing in the west bank of the river and he's thinking on the eastern bank, everything is good. See, so green and all. That fellow standing over there in the eastern side is looking over there. So, see, so beautiful. All clean and desert-like. All the time we are in thinking in this way. So if you go to different races and ask them, what is their conception of your heaven? A different type of conception. Those who are living in the place where a lot of rivers and the floods, their imagination of the heaven, it will be a dry land and lot of trees and fruits. And if you say heaven is full of water, full of river, oh my God, we are living in that. Again in the heaven is same river? No. So what is this? All imagination. Every time it is only imagination. In the Eastern religion, the three religions, Hinduism, Buddhism and Jainism, they always talk about moksha, mukti, liberation. Heaven is only a second option. So now you have done very good work. Where do you like to go? Do you like to go to heaven or like to get the liberation? Majority you will raise the hand. So now we get liberation. No more. Even in the heaven, after enjoying sometimes some comfortable life, again we have to come back. So we like to go to. But the Semitic religion, they always talk and they stop over there, heaven. Why? Because situation was such, they were oppressed by the Romans and the Greeks and so many. So obviously they were suppressed. They wanted to go out of that. Can religion help us? So I will take you to the land of milk and honey. And all people followed him, the Exodus. They all followed him over there, milk and honey. And in India, milk and honey was so much so, if you offer milk and honey, don't you have something fried? So they don't like. So why it goes in this way? Because we are contented with all those things. We don't need that. We need something else. So life was so comfortable in India, so they thought of something where we need not to come back again in the circle of birth and death. So this is the way, if we think, chittam na samsprisha artham, when the object is not connected with the mind, no arthabhasam tathaivacha. Artha abhasa. In the Bhagavad Gita, in a very simple way, Sri Krishna is mentioning the same. So where from the desire come? Association. If you don't have the association, there is no problem. The more you are associated with something, the more the desire will go on. Sangat sanjayate kama. A very simple Sanskrit, it will say, Sangat, the association. Sanjayate, generate, kama, desire. Kamat krodha vijayate. Now the desire is there, but it is not, cannot be fulfilled. So anger, kamat krodha vijayate. Krodha bhavati sammoha. Then he is deluded, he forgets all these rules and regulations. He goes to fight, goes to grab, goes to get, and result is all misery. So where it started? With the Sangha, with the association. So this, if the chitta is, and how we can stop it? The question is this. Now we have understood. If the mind is not getting attached with the object, so the desire for the object is not there, then we get happiness, we understood. Now how to stop it? Again we have to go back to the example of the avasthatraya. What is that avasthatraya? Jagrat, Sapna, Susupti. The students of Vedanta again and again and again, they listen about this Jagrat, Sapna, Susupti. The one day Sarva Priyanandaji came here and he was a very good exponent of the Advaita Vedanta, and he was giving the example, is a very fond example, that Dasamastamasi, the 10 people, they were crossing the river and they swam across, and after that they said, let us count how many of us, 10. So have we reached back safely, all the 10 crossed the river? So one was counting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. So where is the 10th one? Again someone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. So Pooja's son, he is 5 or 6 years old. Now he is attending the school. He was standing and listening to that. Then he commented, I can count up to 20. This man cannot cross 9 or cannot reach 10. At that little boy, he commented, I can count up to 20. So he was very happy. Now, this is the way when we are talking about the object. The objects are there. But if we do not understand that this is going to give me trouble, then this is not for you. So experience is necessary. After the experience, how we get the experience? Sometimes directly you get the experience. And sometimes hearing about that, you get the experience. But they are very intelligent. Those who understand by hearing, by reading. If you put your finger into fire, it will burn. The father told. The son told, is it? I never saw that. Let me try. When the father is not there, he will put the finger in the fire and then cry, and father has to take him to the hospital and all that. Then the next time that he will tell his friends, see, I have tried and burned my finger. That is my experience. Don't put finger into the fire. This way. And the little one, he heard all this and experienced that it is true. My elder brother tried, burnt his finger. I am not going near to the fire. So by this way also we are learning how, by reading the scripture. Why should we read the scripture? Just to understand this. We need not to experience everything, because they are giving us the true statements that if you are connected with the objects, ultimately you are going to suffer. So this is the main problem. We have to detach our mind, but how? Go back to, again, that avasthatraya. What is that avasthatraya? Jagrat, Sapna, Susupti. What happens in the Susupti? Susupti, I am using the terminology, Sanskrit terminology, Susupti means dreamless sleep. What is the experience? Joy, happiness. And you will be happy if we are there for a longer period of time, isn't it? In the Susupti, if we are there, we will be more happy. Now, how you went over there? By forgetting our body first. Then forgetting our mind also. Then the third stage is the Susupti, dreamless sleep condition. But ignorantly, unknowingly, we are going over there. We are going over there without knowing. Now the son of the President of America, he is also going and entering into the White House, living in the White House, and going into the Oval Office, they say. All people of the world, they know Oval Office, President's office, the most powerful office in the whole world. Not only that, so when sometimes the father is not there on the chair, that fellow can climb on the chair, can sit on the seat of the President of America, isn't it? And the people are there to protect him also. But he cannot get all the power of the President of America, though he is there. Though he is there. Try to understand this example. The President's of America office and his chair, that is the power, not the person. Then now his son, just because he is the son of the President, nobody said no. So he entered into that as a little boy, and he climbed onto that chair and sat over there when his father was not there. Will we accept him, the people will accept him as the President of America? Though he is sitting in the Oval Office, in the White House, on the chair of the President? No. Why? Ignorant. He has gone over there ignorantly. And that one person will come who is taking care of the child. Oh no, you should not sit over here. Now come, we will play somewhere else. He will pick him up and take. The same way, we are going into the same blessed condition into sleep. Try to understand. Same blessed condition, the full of joy in sleep without knowing. Now, if we go knowingly, how? When we sit for meditation, first we have to forget the body. The Guru will say, forget the body. How? Because I am meditating and you are withdrawing your mind from all the objects. And all these 5 objects in the world, you are closing your eyes, you are asking the ear not to listen anything, not to smell anything. I am not disturbed with all this. Slowly you go within the mind and you visualize as your Guru instructed on the lotus, the beautiful image of your God. And the God is sitting within your heart on the lotus and you are so enchanted with that. So you are forgetting the body. And when you are visualizing your Ishta Devata, the chosen God, chosen idol, that is called, we can say, it is a dream stage. You're imagining. And the dream also we imagine. Now slowly you merge with that. When you are merging into that, what happens? Joy, joy and joy. When you are merging into the Ishta Devata, and that is not the form, it is only the light, then it is full of joy. So this is the condition of the third stage, isn't it? That we go to, in the sleep, unknowingly we were going to the condition of the joy. In meditation, knowingly, purposely, we are slowly forgetting our body, forgetting our mind, and going and reaching to the place which is called Turiya. That is one term they have used, Turiya. Turiya means a blessed condition, extreme joy. Sometimes the monks, after another, maybe for months there is no good food, then suddenly, in our time when we were young in Belur Math, so not good food at all, then suddenly some rich person will give some money and there will be bhandara, another terminology. Bhandara means as a all together. And the Swamis from different centers also around Belur Math, they will also come. And we were, those who used to be in the Belur Math, they used to say, why this today you have come? Because the good food and you have come to share, like that they used to have fun. So, and that day, the one Swamiji after food, he was singing, Swamiji, what happened today? Hare Turiyananda. So Turiya means after the food, he was very happy. So Turiya means extreme joy. So this Turiya, the extreme joy, is not supported by any object, anything from within. That is the beauty, that is the speciality. And if we can, the Sri Rama then asked, the Sri Rama is a very good student. Though the teacher is going on, now we know almost a whole year, he is trying to teach Sri Rama. But Rama, after listening, he will put one question. He is asking now, Sir, please tell me how these consciousness became things like unconscious, like rock and etc. Then the Guru in reply said, O Rama, in things like rocks, consciousness remain immobile. I told you before. His Guru is little angry with Rama. I told you before, you don't remember. Everything is consciousness. Now this is also very important for the students of science. Everything is consciousness, including the rocks. Apparently it is in that situation, but as the mind faculty is absent in the rocks, it's like the state of deep sleep. When a man is in the deep sleep, though there is no body sense, there is no mind sense also. Sometimes some people will be touching or doing this and that, they don't understand because the mind is completely absent. When somebody is touching and immediately I am feeling, when the mind is attached with the body, then only. Otherwise, when you are in deep sleep, if somebody is going and shaking you, then also you are sleeping. Sometimes some people, they like to sleep in that way, and they can, and they're touching the body also, no sense. Similarly, the stones, he's giving the example, not that there is no consciousness, it is there, but in deep sleep condition, there is no expression of it. Sri Rama then argued, in that case, O Lord, don't you think, it's a very intelligent question. In this case, O Lord, don't you think that these rocks, the substances like that, are close to the liberation? Since they remain no mind, like in deep sleep? Very intelligent question. Then he says, if the condition, what is the condition of liberation? He said, if the condition of liberation is no mind, again and again, the Guru Vasistha is telling, when there is no mind, so I will request you to put attention to this. What is the condition of liberation? No mind. What is that mind that cognize? Mind that think? Mind that can analyze? Everything is absent. So what happens? In the ignorant condition, it is susupti, but we enjoy. And in the knowledge condition, knowingly we are going to that stage, and it's called turiya, we enjoy. So the condition there should not be mind, right? Rocks are not having the mind. Does it mean they are very close to liberation? Rama asking this question to his guru. And I'm sure the old guru was scratching his head. What is this? So he is giving the answer. The qualified person like the Vasistha had to give a long answer to explain this. O Rama, then he is using few words, moksha, kaivalya, mukti, or liberation. So they always, in India they say, sometimes moksha, sometimes kaivalya, different terminologies, but the same thing, mukti, liberation, is not the inertness of immobile things. Liberation from the attachment and attraction of the worldly objects can be achieved only through proper analysis of the object and intelligent inquiry into the nature of the self. Now we must note this point. So, no mind is the first condition of liberation. But it is not inert, it's conscious. As I am giving the example, the child of the president can be sitting on his chair, but he is not a president. He won't be considered. Why? Because ignorant. But when a person running for that office is elected, and then he goes over there and sits, yes. So this is the same way. It is not the inert, but the consciousness, and how that, through analysis, through judging, what is this body? Inert. Because I have seen the dead bodies are burned or buried. The bodies are not important. Mind, that also changes. There are some people who were so intelligent. I know a person who was so intelligent. He stood second in a competitive exam. And he came to America, he got the job, and then ultimately something happened. He lost the brain. He goes on asking the different people, why don't you go and complain to all the presidents in the world? And that is the President of America, President of Russia, President of India. They should protect him because some people are trying to kill him. Why don't you go to the local police station? There they will save you. You need not to go to the president. You won't listen. The imagination, see that brain which was so intelligent, now completely ruined. And only one thought is going on pondering. I feel so sorry for him. And it's very difficult to answer his letters. Is going on pondering that somebody is going to harm him. Where from this thought came? So the mind is also, you cannot believe. Anytime anything may happen. So this is he is answering. So you have to analyze. I am not this body because body is changing. I am not the mind because the mind is changing. And anything that is changing is going to be destroyed. So that is not the ultimate thing. And slowly, slowly you reach to that condition where you can understand the liberation, where you are completely free from any attachment or any attraction, any aversion, and you are completely free. Liberation is the state of peace and happiness. What is the liberation? It's the state of peace and happiness. What is God realization? What is God? Swami Vivekananda said, almost all people in this world, they believe in some conception, God. And what is that God? We don't know. And that is why my God is better than your God. Come, let us fight. It is going on thousands of years in the same way. But they don't know. God is nothing but L-O-V-E. Swami Vivekananda said, love. And God is nothing but unselfishness. If there is any selfishness, there cannot be love. So God is unselfishness. God is love. Here also it says, the liberation is a state of peace and happiness. It can only be achieved by purifying the mind. It is a spiritual practice people do under the guidance of enlightened gurus. O Rama, hidden seeds of worldly enjoyments are the vasanas, very difficult to completely destroy because of avidya. Now, avidya or nescience or ignorance force you to believe that there is a reality which is not Brahman. Very clearly he is mentioning here, O Rama, did I not tell you that this avidya or ajnana or false knowledge is the sum total of the consumption of experience by the senses and mind in thousands of incarnations. So we try to get liberation. So Swamiji, I took initiation 3 months before and I practiced 3 months. Now I am not getting liberation. 3 months? So many lives we have accumulated and all these dirts. Is it so easy to eradicate? Those who are practicing meditation for spiritual benefit. So meditation people, they do for different purposes. One, the work tension is there, so they like to meditate so that they can be free from the tension. Or sometimes to achieve some the power, miraculous power. But those who like to get the spiritual development through meditation, they know the more you are trying to be good, the more bad thoughts are coming from within. Why? Because layers after layers, all these dirts are there. And at this moment you are pouring the pure water into your mind. So naturally it is coming up. And that's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said one should be patient. Continuously you have to go on doing that because you are washing a bottle which was containing the ink for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Now layers after layers it is there. So you are washing little and all those things are coming up. And slowly, that's why it is so difficult. After some practices, they give up. And they think, oh, this is not helping me. I go somewhere else. So sometimes Buddhism they will try, sometimes Islam, sometimes Christianity, sometimes Hinduism. They go on trying so many. If you like to know the philosophy, no problem. There's a comparative religion that you are studying, it's okay. But if you are sincerely trying to realize God or yourself or Atman, stick to one. Sincerely, whatever the religion, sincerely follow that. But only goal you must keep in mind, whatever other people they say. Because majority of the people, they always distort the scripture. So one should be very clear. God means L-O-V-E. So if anyone is telling that hate others so that you will develop love for God, wrong. It is not possible. So hating others cannot generate love for anyone. If I am hating my neighbor, and that hate, when the neighbor is not there, will turn to my brother also. Where I will do that? What I will do that? Because all that has already come up. So this is the way it says, O Rama, did I not tell you that this is the ajnana, the ignorance, accumulated, is the experience by the senses and the mind in thousands of incarnations. Self-knowledge, which is not within the reach of the senses and mind, arises when the mind becomes no mind. The mind cannot think anything else, maybe a very intelligent mind. Maybe it can remember many things. But still, this mind that we know cannot imagine or visualize the pure God. Therefore, O Rama, live in this world, having realized Brahma Jnana, self-knowledge. The Rama won't live. Again he is asking, O Lord, can you please enlighten me about the nature of the Brahman? Live after the Brahma Jnana. Now how I will know that I have realized the Brahma Jnana? He wanted to know. O Rama, I have told you already. Well, I would say, now he is giving, pure consciousness is Brahman. I am Brahman. You are Brahman. This world is Brahman. My enemy is also Brahman. So also my friends, Brahman alone exists. What is the nature of Brahman? When you go for the prasad, you will find some of our devotees, maybe our Vivekananda will be chanting, Brahmarpanam Brahmahavi. All the students of the Ramakrishna mission, they all learn this. Because for every time when they go for food, they don't understand the meaning of it, but they simply chant, Brahmarpanam Brahmahavi Brahmagno Brahmanahutam. This is from the Bhagavad Gita. The food that I am going to eat, and the hand that I am going to use, and each and everything is nothing but Brahman. This is the knowledge. So Advaita Vedanta, there is no duality. How can be separate food and separate eater? No, it is the same thing. So when you are realizing that, you are completely Brahman. So this he says, the conception of I, you are the modes of the mind, false imagination, as a single sound. Now he is giving a beautiful example. Now one, how it became many? The Guru Vasistha giving the example. If you go among some places are there, sometimes the valleys and the hills are there. If you go and give a sound, it will be echoing. The one sound is so many places, your own sound, and you will be listening. So many times it is going on repeating. So one became many. So giving this example, he said that one has actually echoed like that. It is not real, but it seems like so many. There's a funny story is there. If there is any dentist, don't mind. This is a story only. The one person went to a dentist, and dentist checked him, and he saw that the teeth is bad, and he said, "Oh my God, such a hole over here," and it was sounding. The hole. Then the man became very angry. You need not to repeat like that. Others are listening. He said, "I am not repeating. It is echoing within your teeth." So that means you have to pay a lot of money. You have damaged your teeth in that way. So this is the way it goes, echoing. The echo means one became many. How? Because of the situation. The same way it becomes when I, you, enemy, friend, each and everything is one, but it looks like many. O Rama, remember that the truth which is omnipresent and devoid of objectivity is mentioned as consciousness, Brahman, existence, self, truth, order, and also the pure knowledge. Then he said, Yat aspandam shivam shantam yasya anta jagat sthiti spanda aspanda bilasa atma sa eka atra chit akriti is the 29th verse of the Yoga Vasistha. Yat, that, aspandam, the without vibration. That means it never changes. Shivam, it is pure, it is auspicious. Shantam, it is calm because there is no desire. Yasya antaha jagata sthiti, in which all this universe is staying. Spanda, vibration, aspanda, without vibration, is the bilasa. Bilasa means is the play. Whose play? Atma. Sa eka atra chit akriti. That is only one, and that is the consciousness. How we will understand that? Only one thing is there, consciousness. And we all understand consciousness. And if somebody is coming and telling, oh Ishatmananda, you are dead, and am I? Okay, thank you. Because I am conscious, I know that I am living. Nobody can tell me that I am not conscious. I am conscious. So that is like that. When a person is realizing the Brahman, whatever you tell, he knows that this is this. That's why when Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he was challenged by the best minds of the contemporary Sri Ramakrishna contemporary people there. They challenged him. They said, you were only imagining. You were doing this, you were doing that. That person from the village, without any education, and he was facing the highly qualified people. But he was very, very firm. You see, I know God is there. He never ever was thinking, oh, these people, educated people are talking like this. Maybe that I am making some mistake. No. Why? He was convinced. He realized that. The Brahman is there. That is the only one. So that proves. That proves. So here it says, in the consciousness of the Brahman of the self remain in its own glory without any movement or spandam. How to introduce this Brahman? Because it's subjective knowledge, as the consciousness, subjective knowledge. I know that I am. I don't need someone to come and tell that I am. I know that. So this is a subjective knowledge. If all people are talking like this, even if I know that I am. So this conviction is there. So aspandam is not moving at all. And unpolluted. That's called Shivam. What is the Shiva? Auspiciousness. And what is the auspiciousness? Free from desire. The purity, the auspiciousness, the Shiva means free from desire. And among the Hindus, there is a very famous god is Lord Shiva. And there will be lot of stories about the Shiva. That he is having a snake all the time hanging from, and then he is doing this, he is doing that. Actually, you know what is this Shiva? No desire at all, but full of love, full of unselfishness. Those who know the stories, when the gods and the demons, they were churning the ocean, all good things were coming up, and different gods and goddesses came and chose that this belongs to me, that belongs to me. Most of the things Vishnu collected, and they collected for him. But when the Venam started coming, there was no one, only Shiva. Parahita Karanaya, the Swami Vivekananda, we consider him as the embodiment of Shiva, for the betterment of others, prana pracheda, he wanted to give his own life, Shiva came and he took it. And what is that? You know, Hinduism is very difficult to understand because they have given so much of stories. But the truth is, where is that ocean they were churning? No, it is the mind only. There is no external ocean, it is the mind. And where are the gods and their brothers, all demons? There is only your bad thoughts and good thought. And what is the rope? It is only your meditation. When you are trying to take your mind upward, goodward, then another proportion will pull in the other side. So that goes on. And you are churning your own mind. And the moment you are meditating, all good things will start coming. Try it. You'll see your neighbors will come and offer you food. And oh, you are not having a good cloth, I'll give you a good cloth. You know, so many things people are giving to us. Why? Only we are doing this. Really, anywhere, anyone, any holy person, without earning anything or paying tax, getting everything. Really. And then now I am become so old, it is almost 50 years in the monastic life. Every time, everywhere, people started giving offering. Why? Only this much. Only I am trying to meditate and trying to realize God. When we were brahmacharis, traveling in the train, that time also, the co-passengers, they saw us and told, "Sir, will you please share with our food?" Why? They are not sharing the food with others. Only with us. Shaven head, white clothes, we are sitting, so they were, so can you please share food with us? So, the moment you try to be good, churning your mind, all these good things will come. And then slowly ego comes. And that is terrible. The ego of the holy people are terrible. That's why like the venom. And when you are churning, ego will come. I can touch the head of someone and can give this blessing, give that blessing. I was watching a TV, one young boy, he is giving blessings to everyone. But anyway, Lord bless him. This is the way ego comes, terrible ego. And what happens? Everything is lost. Who can save you? Shiva. Why? Without any desire. How we can control our ego? Without desire. Without desire. Lord has given me so much. When I compare with my friends, I am such a better way. So many, they have passed away, they have died, but still by the grace of God I am surviving. So many are suffering, not getting even food. Millions of people in the world. I am getting good food over here, comfort over here. God has given me so much. Now I see, oh, that man is going in a very costly car. Why I have not got the car? Again, the desire. So you got what you wanted. Sufficient. Be satisfied. The moment you become satisfied, you are Shiva. The moment you don't have the desire to grab other, you are Shiva. Not that you have to have a snake hanging on your neck. Unnecessarily, the poor snake, I don't know where from they get it, in the movies. So this is the way we have to understand what is the Shiva. And it says, Aspandanam, unpolluted, that is the Shiva, and peaceful, the Shanta, which is the basis of the creation, Yasya Anta Jagataha Sthiti, change of this universe in its own play. All these things that we see. So this is called Drishti Srishti Bhada, basis of Drishti Srishti Bhada. Thank you, friends. Thank you for attending this class. And in our next Sunday again, we'll continue from here.
There is a first question. Srinivas is asking, karma is neither postponed nor purged, but neutral. Is it true?
Karma
is neither postponed nor purged, but neutral. Is it true?
I couldn't clearly get the question. Is the karma neither postponed, that means stopping for some other period, and
or purged.
or cancelled.
but not neutralized. Is it true?
Oh, that means you want that result of the karma phala. That you wanted to know the result of the karma phala, that it is neutralized. It can be by the grace of God. Sometimes it happens. The God will give you that grace. It is possible. I have done some bad karma. Then I go to God and say, I'm sorry, I was ignorant, I made a mistake, I'm not going to repeat it. Then the blessings of God may come and neutralize your karma phala. Of course, it is possible.
Srinivas is also asking any sloka of Holy Mother to chant.
Of course, you can pray to Mother, The Holy Mother, Ma Sharadamani Devi, he promised, whoever will call me as Mother, whoever will call me as Mother, all my blessings will be with him or her. So you need not to chant any mantra, just call her as Mother. She is so eager to listen to that one syllable word, Mother. Just call her Mom, that's all.
Shumana is asking when the ego will go. If the ego go, how can the Jivatma be alive?
Ego, that is the wrong conception of the consciousness. When the ego goes, the consciousness remains. If you look at the life of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, there was no ego. But the wonderful personality was there, full of love, full of unselfishness, full of service. So that attitude will be there, but only ego won't be there, that's all. So without the ego, we cannot realize God. And without the ego, when we realize God, we become God ourselves. And what is that God? As Swami Vivekananda mentioned, love and unselfishness. So your personality will be there, but full of love, full of unselfishness, full of care for the others, prayer for the others. Thank you. Thank you, friends. Let us chant Shanti 3 times. Oh, yeah. Turiya.
But I heard it is very difficult, only people like Ramakrishna only go to that state. So what is the state that the highest human being can achieve?
See, Jagrat, Sapna, Susupti. She was asking the question, the Turiya state, that is the 4th stage, is very difficult to achieve. Of course it is. Very, very difficult. But one can achieve it. Now, Jagrat, Sapna, Susupti, these 3 stages. Jagrat we know, Swapna we know, and when we go to that 3rd stage, which is called Susupti, that also we know, we experience every day. The dreamless sleep. And we always feel joy in that. Then, what is our goal? Joy. What is our goal? Happiness. And eternal happiness. We don't like to break it. It should be all the time. I should be happy. Now they have developed a process. What is that? Meditation. And in meditation, what shall we do? First, we have to forget our body. Then second, we have to forget our mind. How you will forget your body? Imagining that you are worshipping the divine God within your heart. Now you are out of your body, and now you're thinking your body is a temple and it is a beautiful flower on which your God is sitting or goddess is there, and you are worshipping, lighting the lamp, showing the incense sticks, offering food, imagining, and very strong. What is that condition? Dream stage. Comparing with dream stage. But you have forgotten your body. You have come out of your body and you are imagining that God is sitting within your heart. Your body you have forgotten. You are now worshipping God within your heart. So you have forgotten the body. How? With a strong conception that you are worshipping God within your heart. Right? Third, your Guru will teach that you are merging with the Ishta Devata. That is the final. So when you are merging with the Ishta Devata, only joy remains. There is no two, there remains one. Only joy remains. And that is called not Susupti, Turiya. Because knowingly you are going. Unknowingly you are going, knowingly you are going. That is called Turiya, and also it is known as fourth blessed stage. Chaturtham, sometimes they say. That is, it is possible to attain that. Thank you. That's a good question. Yeah.
One question, you said in Sushupti we feel joy. In Sushupti, do we feel anything or we don't? I mean, we feel joy only after Sushupti, when we come out from the Sushupti.
Try tonight. So, in the Susupti, you feel nothing but joy. Because there is no mind. What is the Susupti? When you are going to bed, you are awake about that I am going to sleep, right? And when you sleep, actually, you forget that your body is there. But your mind dreams, different type of dreams. And a time comes, everyone, every day, the doctors maybe explain it in a better way, every time, every day, every one is experiencing dreamless sleep. Forget about the word Susupti. Dreamless sleep. When the dream is not there, no question of mind. Mind is imagining, na? So when the mind is not there, but still I am there.
No, but if the mind is not there, then we will actually enjoy it.
That is the self. When mind is also not there, that is the self. That the Vedantin always they stress on that. There's three stages. I always understand when I am awake. I am little hesitant when I am sleeping, but yes, I see the dream. But there is an experience when my mind is not there because I am not dreaming. Body is also not there because I am sleeping. But I experience the joy. And in that condition, it is only joy. We will never ever experience anything but joy. So that is why Susupti, the third stage, the dreamless sleep stage, is the proof Atman is there. Consciousness is there. Because body and mind, beyond that, something is there.
No, my point was that self is not an instrument. Mind is an instrument.
Self is not instrument, but self is the main source. Your mind won't work if the self is not there. As in the deep sleep, your mind is not working because the self is away from that.
So self is just witnessing the change.
Yes. That's why it is called Sakshi, witness also. And in the Vedanta, they say, Avastha Traya Shakshi. Shakshi means witness. He is not doing anything, but just observing. Thank you. Good question. So, shall we do that Shanti 3 times? Oh, yes.
Just following up on that question as well.
Yeah.
So last week you talked about purifying the mind and killing the mind, right? So
Purifying the mind,
and killing the mind.
killing the mind. That's the word that Vasistha used. Killing the mind, there should not be any mind.
So how can you feel love without the mind? Is the mind the tool to feel love and to feel joy, or how do we feel it?
See, this is a wonderful question. Without mind, can we feel joy? Now, again, we have to go to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. He has given the answer in this way. You can see God, but not with these eyes, with divine eyes. You can think God, but not with this mind, but divine mind. That faculty of understanding will be there. But the mind, which is the combination of all the thought processes, that will go away. And what is the thought object? And how this comes? Because my ego. I want to see this, I want to have this, I don't want this. all this plus minus going on. So sometimes the karma, the desire to get, an aversion not to accept that, it is the mind only. Now this mind which is turbulent cannot give you the picture which is there inside, deep in the mind only. Now when that turbulency goes away, how? No desire for worldly things, then what will happen? That consciousness will come up. And that consciousness will tell you, I am conscious because of the Supreme Consciousness. I am conscious because it is the reflection of the Supreme Consciousness. Just right this moment it is very difficult to cognize, to realize. But this we have to understand, our reality is not true reality. Why? Because it is the reflection of the consciousness. And that is the reason, if consciousness is one, then if a person is dying, all person will die. If consciousness is one, and everyone accepting that, then someone somewhere will die and everything will die, isn't it? The sun is one. If the sun is broken, each and every corner will be full of darkness. But when the sun is setting, somewhere else it is lighting. It is going on in this way. So consciousness is one, but reflecting on our buddhi. And that is the reason when one buddhi, one mind is getting stopped, others are surviving, because it is conscious reflection only. No? So suppose you are keeping some water pots and the sun is reflecting on that. So 10 or 15 water pots, 15 suns are there. You break one, others will remain because it is reflection. So we have to understand this mind is nothing but the reflection. And when that mind goes away, that means the thinking, cognition, desire, all these things are stopped, then pure consciousness you will feel within. That is called Jivatma. Then you will understand this Jivatma is the reflection of the Paramatma. So the yogis, they like to merge the Jivatma and the Paramatma. And ultimate, that is the pure realization. Thank you. Anyone else? So let me then say the Shanti. Om Shanti. 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 Hari Om. Tat Sat.